You hear it before you see it. Branches cracking like bones, birds exploding out of trees, and the steady boom, boom, boom of something big headed your way. And then it steps into view, a massive, scowling slab of muscle with a tree trunk for a weapon. That, my friends, is your ogre. But if all you're doing is throwing it at the party like a sack of hit points, you're wasting one of the best early game threats in Dungeons & Dragons. Welcome back to Monster Mechanics, the show where we teach you how to make your monsters smarter, meaner, and more memorable. I'm your host, and today we're digging into how to play an ogre like the terrifying force of nature that it should be, not just some XP delivery system with bad breath. We're going to talk tactics, roleplay, encounter design, and how to use your ogres to make low-level adventurers sweat. So let's go ahead and dive into all this. Let's do a brief course in Ogre 101 to get us started. Standing over 10 feet tall, weighing easily over 1,000 pounds. Skin like calloused leather, long matted hair, yellow eyes that squint with suspicion, and a permanent scowl carved into their thick skulls. Mechanically, we're looking at a strength of 19, a constitution of 16, and a terrifying +6 to hit with their primary weapon, the Great Club. That club deals 2d8 + 4 damage. That's not just painful, that's deadly for any low-level character. A crit coming from this thing can outright kill a squishy wizard. Add in 40 feet of movement and dark vision, and you've got a mobile nighttime terror. And yes, they have 5 intelligence, but we'll get into that. What matters is this. The ogre is designed to hit hard, close fast, and intimidate the party. If it's just standing in the middle of a dungeon, swinging wildly until it dies, you've missed the point as a dungeon master. And here's the exact trap that too many dungeon masters fall into. And that's assuming that low intelligence equals no strategy. So they'll play low intelligence creatures like an ogre, like a berserker toddler, charging blindly, hitting whatever's closest, and fighting until death. It makes sense on paper, but in practice, it's dull, it's predictable, and worst of all, it's ineffective. The players will learn quickly. They're going to stay mobile, they're going to stay ranged, and they're going to take advantage of its low AC by baiting it, trapping it, and killing it. Suddenly, your terrifying ogre becomes just another meat puzzle for them to solve. So how do we fix that? Well, we start by respecting the ogre's instincts. It doesn't need book smarts, it needs survival smarts, pain aversion, food motivation, territorial instinct, animal cunning. So here's some smart ogre philosophy for you. Let's reframe what 5 intelligence actually means. That's not a lobotomized NPC. That's dog-level cognition. A creature capable of recognizing patterns, remembering pain, and understanding basic cause and effect, and forming very simple plans. An ogre knows that when it roars and swings, people run. When it's been burned by a wizard before, it remembers robes means fire. It might single out magic users in its next fight. If it gets wounded in open space, it learns to use cover. And hunger makes it clever. It'll learn how to ambush deer, or children, or travelers. So give your ogre some motives, whether that be hunger, greed, rage, or fear. These aren't complex strategies. They're emotional levers that can be used to be believable, reactive behavior. And that's what makes your ogre feel real, is its motivations. Ogre tactics start with one word, and that's environment. So don't just go and drop your ogre in the middle of a flat clearing. Give it some cover, give it height and tight spaces. Put it in the mouth of a canyon or inside a ruined temple with crumbled pillars. Let it hear the party coming, pick its movement, and burst out from behind a boulder screaming bloody murder. Use elevation. Let the ogre stand atop a ledge and hurl boulders before closing the gap. Yes, ogres can throw stuff. They're basically living siege weapons. Don't be afraid to improvise with thrown logs, boulders, or even enemies. You also want to utilize choke points. Make your party have to get past the ogre. Maybe it's blocking the only exit out. Maybe it's guarding a bridge. Maybe it collapses the bridge behind the players and now it's the only way forward. And here's a pro tip. Let the ogre use bonus actions or reactions creatively. A stomp that knocks people prone. A roar that causes a wisdom save. Give it a moment to control the field, not just swing the club. Ogres are an excellent early campaign antagonist because they're physical, obvious, and uncomplicated, but that doesn't mean that they have to be shallow. Are they a thug for a smarter villain? Maybe they're the muscle for a local cult. Maybe they're being blackmailed or manipulated by a hag. Maybe they're a part of a hill giant warband and they're the runt of the pack, desperate to prove themselves. Or go the other way. Territorial predator. It doesn't hate people, it just knows that they scare away the deer. It kills whatever gets too close. Or maybe you want to add some more depth. Make it apparent. Make it scared. Maybe it's fighting to protect a mate or offspring. Maybe it doesn't want to fight at all because it was whatever it's been pushed into. Emotional hooks like this give your players something to grapple with beyond just the dice that they're going to be rolling. And here's something I actually get a lot of questions about that I want to start bringing into some of our monster videos, and that's the voice of these creatures. When it comes to the voice of an ogre, think deep, slow, but keep it clear. Don't slur everything. Think of how someone with limited vocabulary might talk, not someone that's just unintelligible. Ogre say go. Ogre no one fight. You stay, you die. Use body language. Have the ogre thump its chest or gesture with its club. Back away whenever it's hurt. Let it snarl when someone draws steel. Let it laugh whenever it knocks someone out. You can use more than just verbal language. Body language is what's really going to give your creatures a unique physical capability. Give it the quirks. Maybe it loves riddles, but it's just bad at them. Maybe it thinks its club is a person and talks to it. Maybe it's deeply religious for some reason and worships a rock it found because it's shaped like a face. Make it weird, because weird is going to stick with your players' minds. And as with every creature we go over, the basic version, and the basic ogre in this case, is just really surface level. It's just the beginning. You can armor it up. Strap some scrap metal to its chest. Give it a horned helm made of a ram's skull. Let it wear shields as shoulder pads. Boost its AC slightly, but also just make it look cooler. In weapon upgrades, absolutely. Maybe it has a great club with jagged metal spikes. Maybe it uses a massive two-handed cleaver. Or even maybe it's swinging an anchor it found in the shipwreck. Themed ogres are absolute gold here. A swamp ogre that uses mud to trap prey, a mountain ogre that uses boulders to hurl at players, or even a winter ogre that pelts the party with snowballs full of frozen rocks. You can give them pets like dire boars, wolves, or a captured mimic. And here's the sweet spot. A single ogre is deadly solo against a level 2 or 3 party, but it shines its brightest when it's surrounded by chaos. So put it in a collapsing mine or a goblin camp, or let it burst through a tavern wall during a brawl. And as far as battle maps go, you could always throw them on a rickety bridge, or in a bog with rising water, or trapped behind a broken gate the party accidentally opens. Let the ogre control your environment though. Force the players to adapt. Use traps, allies, or minions to mix things up. A goblin with a slingshot riding on its back. A druid whispering orders to it. A cursed item giving it extra strength. But also making it berserk when wounded. And again, at the end of the day, your ogre should be more than just the stat block in the book. It needs to be a moment for both you and your entire table. Whether it's the terrifying roar echoing through a forest, the image of a massive shadow looming behind the party's campfire, or a desperate negotiation with a lonely beast who just wants to be left alone, it should be something that the players remember. So play it smart, play it vivid, and play it loud. If you like this breakdown and want more monster tactics like this, do me a favor and hit that like button, leave a comment about your wildest ogre encounter, and make sure to subscribe to Monster Mechanics. Every monster has the chance to tell a better story here. And until next time, remember, just because it's dumb doesn't mean that it can't kill you.